Welcome to Gloria's Gab Live. I have with me today Karla Hernandez, and Karla is the Senior Vice President of Philanthropy and Communications
Correct, you got it.
for Camillus House, such an amazing resource in our community. And first of all, I'm happy to see you. I know that we have a lot of common grounds,
Yes.
but big year for you guys. You're celebrating your 65th anniversary.
Yes. Big celebration for us in this town and in this community. Yeah, 65 years strong of Camillus House.
Yeah, amazing. And the work you do, wait, you're going to hear about all the stuff to do, and it's going to blow your mind. Before we start, I have to thank South Florida PBS. They sponsor our show week after week and allow us to bring people like you to interview and to share your story with the community. So thank you, South Florida PBS. And actually, tomorrow morning, Janicia Squee is going to be on our show. She's their Chief of Education and Communications, and she's going to tell us about the upcoming season. So,
Well, thank you, PBS, because shows like this are very important and we need the support of the
and
community.
just like Camillus House, they need funding, especially now because of all the cuts. So if you're not a member, this is the time to join in, and you get these beautiful magazines every month to tell you what's going on. So let's start with, you want to start with, what are you doing to celebrate, first of all?
So we're not going to have like one, celebration.
A series of it?
It's going to be just basically the entire year is going to be a celebration. So we have, certain fundraisers. We have our Hope for All Gala taking place on December 6th, and that is our big fundraiser. And then we have the auction taking place on April 27th of 2026. So, and then, a lot of different events in between. Basically the 65th anniversary will be the backdrop for everything. So we're celebrating the entire year. I think we've earned it. I think this community has earned it. And we just want to share, the good news of Camillus House the entire year.
Absolutely. Yeah. So there's a couple of things that we wanted to go over. I know you're just amazing. You act as a safety net for people who are homeless, but the homeless population, it's not just getting a roof over your head. It's a lot more than that. So you've got mental health issues. And I know during COVID, I don't even know how you did it during COVID. I heard from somebody that you put people up in a hotel.
Yes, they've had to. And I wasn't around when that happened, but I have heard of the, a lot of work and a lot of passion and a lot of commitment to that population, of course, during that time.
And so how many people do you sleep a night?
So we serve, on any given night, we have about 1,600 individuals that sleep in any one of our 10 facilities.
And you have 10 facilities.
Yeah, we have 11, but the 11th is a store, is a warehouse, so that doesn't count for it.
Doesn't count.
In throughout Miami-Dade County, 10 facilities will house
and then you have daycare too?
We have what we call is the day center.
A day center,
The day
right.
center. So that is located in the main campus, which is our largest campus in Alapata. Right. And basically what that brings to life is the continuum of care that you kind of alluded to earlier.
Right.
That is where folks line up on any given morning, about 100 to 150 line up, and then come in and they all get an ID, a Camillus House ID, and they come in and check in to take their showers, to go into our closet area and get the clothes for the day. They're going to meet with their case manager. They may have an appointment to go get their blood pressure checked or get their medication. I mean, we deliver, healthcare as well. We have, different partners that come in on any given, time during the month. We'll have DMV come in and help us make sure that our, population and our clients have a license. Everything that we take for granted on any given day is what we try to do and try to reach for our clients, so then they're independent.
So you have people that are actually working though, right?
Yeah.
Or to have a place to take a shower and get ready for work, that's invaluable.
Yeah, I mean, there is something called the workforce, homeless. I mean, they may have 2 or 3 jobs.
Right.
We have a huge increase of the youth that may come out of foster care, let's say.
Oh yeah,
and they have, they will have maybe 2 or 3 jobs, and they may even have a car, but they don't have a place to live.
Right.
So, that's where
And
they come in.
there are so many wonderful organizations too that I'm sure you probably partner with. Out of Foster is one of them that they're Voices for
I
Children.
mean,
kids,
no
out.
nonprofit in this town, as you know very well, because you have many of them here, do their job on their own, right?
No.
We all partner with each other. It is not a competition. There is enough work for all of us to do. I think all of us just strive to make an impact in our community.
And because I write my column and I get all nonprofit information all the time, I see ways for them to collaborate. So even if they don't know about it, I come across all kind of things that I'm to share. And I go, did you know so and so is doing this? You guys can do this together, and they're doing the same thing. And you and I both we go to venues where the philanthropists and nonprofits get together and are able, to. Oh, I am so sorry. North, you know what it is? It's probably your people calling me. We'll hang up.
That's okay. That's okay.
She was running a little late because of a bridge situation.
Bridge situation in Miami.
Yeah, right.
No.
Go figure.
Yeah,
that
but
never
actually,
happens.
while I was on route here, I got a call from a colleague of mine saying, "Oh, so and so reached out and they want to make an introduction. They're doing so, such and such in West Palm Beach, but they don't want to reinvent the wheel, so they want to come and learn from us." And
exactly.
And I'm like, definitely, we are here. We are open. Yeah. We will share.
You've got the
lessons
template.
Learned. Yes.
Oh yeah.
And we, we'll do that with each other. This is what this community is known for.
Isn't that the truth?
And that our wonderful philanthropists and funders and corporate partners like to see the collaboration. So it's good. It's a good thing that we do. It's in our DNA.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. It's funny. I had, the Orange Bowl Classic is going to be the last weekend, Labor Day weekend, and all the people they're collaborating with. It's crazy. And I said, oh my gosh, this is just like the nonprofit community to do that.
Makes us so amazing in South Florida,
exactly,
right?
Exactly. So what else do I want to? Oh, okay. So. We talked a little bit about the kids are aging out. So you work with different, out of foster, which used to be the magic waste, whatever.
Right. I mean, once they're out of foster, they're obviously 18 and, they're adults. But I think something that, I've been at Camillus House now for 7 months. And even though I grew up here, and I grew up like maybe 5 minutes from Camillus House. So
really,
you'd think I would know. I mean, we all know what Camillus House is. It's a brand, right?
Right.
But until you kind of like dig in, do you not really realize everything that they do? And again, the continuum of care and all of that. But one of the things that was so surprising to me is like, not only do we help that population that is homeless, but we are part of the preventive too. We try to help them, when they're that close to being homeless. We have programs for that. And we
really?
also help them once they kind of move on from homelessness. So we have, for instance, at Verde Gardens in Homestead, 200 up to 200 families that live in that's one of our facilities, So they're not homeless. I mean, we work with them. It's almost like it's creating a town center for them and help them.
So you're like an incubator for the next step.
Yeah. We all want them to be independent, right?
Exactly.
We all want them to, I don't like to use the word graduate, but kind of like move on to the next, and we're there for them through our partnerships and, through helping them get through those processes. So for instance, on Friday, we had at this location, we had a backpacking drive, where we provided through our corporate partners, we're able to provide backpacks for all these wonderful children that live there in that community, to be able to start their first day of school tomorrow with all the materials that they need. Yeah. So it's things like that.
And that is our community. Do you know how many drives there were going on?
Everywhere, right?
If there's a kid without a backpack, I want to see who it is.
I know. But we're all there for our community, and I think that one of the things, is I want to make sure that people know is there's a lot more to Camillus House maybe that you don't know about, and definitely that is one facility that tells you a little bit more about our organization and the impact and the footprint that we make on any given day.
And how did you get involved in it?
In Camillus House,
Yeah.
I met our CEO Eddie Gloria, who he has been with Camillus House for under a year. I met him at a networking event. Isn't that how things happen?
Oh yeah.
And we connected.
Didn't we just meet at a networking event?
Exactly. And then he eventually started looking for someone for this position, and everything aligned. I think when you work in the nonprofit, when you work in the nonprofit world, it needs to align. The passion needs to be there, right?
Oh, that's so important.
Yeah. The passion needs to be there, and definitely Camillus House is something to be proud of in this community. So I'm grateful and I'm honored, to be working side by side with the team that we have.
So now aside from Camillus House, you and I are we serve on different boards. So you were telling me you're on the AFP?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you have that National Philanthropy Day coming up, and thank you very much for, putting my name in the hat.
Yeah. No. It's a wonderful organization, and it's a wonderful resource for our industry in this community. Obviously, it's a national organization. So we work very hard to make sure that our industry is educated and learns and knows the best practices and shares. Again, collaboration is so important.
Well, I got involved with it when I was with the a brand new executive director of the Community Foundation. And my board didn't know what a community foundation was, and God bless AFP. And the classes you have, and Council on Foundations. There's others, organizations involved, but there's a lot of people out there sharing their knowledge, and that's to your point, that's what nonprofits do.
Exactly. And we're lucky to have we all have different boards of our nonprofits, and they make such a difference. So organizations like AFP bring that kind of knowledge together with our philanthropists and then our corporate partners and our industry know-hows in this community. So it's an interesting moment in time, right?
Yeah, it really is. And and now that so much of federal grants are being cut and whatever, so many of our nonprofits really need to know the expertise and how to raise money that maybe they didn't have to quite as much as they do now. So now it's going to be interesting to see how our nonprofit community transitions to doing more things to raise dollars themselves. And I think they're going to find it easier than they thought.
Well, you know what? It's all about relationships, right?
It's relationships and passion.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, if you have passion about what you're doing, people are hard pressed to say no.
Yeah. No. It's true. And I we had somebody over yesterday. We have visitors all the time, and I'm blessed that rarely do I get a no when I ask someone to come in for a tour and just learn a little bit more about Camillus House. And it's hard. I mean, it's hard to walk the halls and see your clients. And, it's one of these nonprofit organizations that you open any given door and our clients are there. So the direct services of what Camillus House delivers on a daily basis is seen on our campus.
Yeah.
It's not, you're not in an office stuck in four walls and not see it. I mean, I go out there and it's being delivered. Our nurses are there, our counselors are there. We serve breakfast and lunch and dinner.
Okay, so you have counselors and whatever. Do you teach classes at all?
Yes. So we have a workforce, area because obviously it's part of that continuum of care to help them prepare. So we have corporate partners that will come in and help them with their resumes and how do you set up your LinkedIn and how do you do interviews. Great. And then on the other side, we have also programs, certificate programs like construction and, culinary programs that are 13, 14, 16 weeks. And then we have, educational partners that come in and teach them. And they go to classes. Maybe they need a GED. So all of those things are all on our main campus.
So I think I need to hook you up with the Women's Voice Network because they're doing classes, 6-week classes on everything from ESOL and whatever, but it's all online. But they're certificate programs, all online, so you don't have to physically go someplace.
Right.
But they help them with the computers and all the stuff they need, the curriculum, the course curriculum, and they get volunteers to do the take on different classes. but I can see maybe you could work together
Of course.
because I know they're working with Leap also.
Okay. Yeah, no.
You know?
We're definitely
Yeah.
open to any collaboration and anything that will help our clients at the end of the day
So I don't need,
is a good thing.
You need to meet Iris Garcia.
Okay.
She founded that. But they target, they economically empower women who are victims of domestic violence and human trafficking.
Okay,
which
so
is
we
such a
actually do have a section of our population that we specifically it's for dedicated for sex trafficking victims.
Oh, wow.
Obviously, we keep them apart and from the rest of the population because of obvious reasons.
Right.
But I mean, everybody receives the same care,
Right.
but obviously they're kept separate from the population, and so we do have that area as well. So definitely would be a good.
Yeah, that would be. Actually, she gets the names of people who have been sex trafficked and whatever from Catherine Hernandez's office. And then she calls every single lead that she gets and says, okay, these are the classes that are offered to you, but you have to commit, you have to finish it because, it costs to do the classes.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
So, So, I'm so excited. I'm gonna introduce you to.
Hey, this is what we do, right?
This is what we do.
Connect the dots in the community and somehow.
And funders love it too when they see that you're connecting.
Yeah, they do. I think it's very important for our corporate partners and our philanthropists to see that they're also helping connect the dots, right? Because they do that on our behalf. Making sure that maybe we do point A to point C, and then someone else takes over and whatever. But again, there's so much work and so much help to be given, and we're just really proud to be part of that fabric. And 65 years, going strong,
for sure,
and so much more work to do.
So, what do you see happening in the next few years? Are there any plans to build additional facilities, or are you just raising your own money right now so can do what you're already doing?
I think some of the gaps and some of the challenges in the community are definitely the mental health is something that we have to. It is something that is part of what it is that we do, but obviously it's a problem overall. I think it is being spoken about across the country, right? But for this particular population, you can imagine how challenging, that can be. So making sure that we deliver, on that is very important.
You've got such a challenge because it's not just, if it was just homeless, that would be a piece of cake. But no, you've got people that have major mental health issues.
Yeah.
And then you've got these young kids, and then you've got these people that have been abused.
Yeah, it's a challenging population overall.
Yeah,
it's a challenging population overall. And, it's like you said earlier, it's not just about getting a roof over their head. I mean, it is the true continuum of care. We have to take care of the entire being, and mental health is needed for all populations, really, but definitely for this one. And if we want to stop the cycle, then we need to address it head on, right? So funding is very important for us for mental health, making sure that we deliver on every single program, to every single individual. And you can imagine how difficult it is, even to educate our own clients on the importance of that. And for them to accept help, because like everything, if you don't see that you have an issue and you don't want to accept the help, I mean, that's part of what our case managers have to do is, educate them as well,
And get them to agree to accept help.
Exactly, because not every, it's not always easy, to do that.
To admit that you have a problem.
Yeah, and I think the other very important challenge for us and for many in this community is the affordability of housing crisis. That's just it, right? I mean, it's across the board. So you can imagine if it's affecting all of us, right? Recent college grads that are trying to find a place to live, here in Miami, if they come back home.
Yeah.
Exactly. Do you go back home to mom and dad, or do you get your own place, and can you afford it? And again, imagine the population that we work with, it's that much more challenging for them to be able to get their ducks in a row, to get the jobs. That's why workforce is so important. Educating them is so important.
Exactly.
They can get the jobs to become independent and break that cycle of homelessness.
Yeah.
So yeah, those two are definitely keep us up at night, and it's the conversation that we have, with our board and with our leadership, and with our philanthropists, our funders, our friends.
I just don't see how you're going to get affordable housing for people who can't make $75,000 a year, because even that
$75,000 is
it's nothing.
Not in
when you have
Florida.
to pay. Not if you have to pay $2,000 or $3,000 a month for rent.
Exactly.
And medical bills and whatever.
And it's one of the reasons why one of the things that our leadership, our CEO is working towards is getting into, kind of building housing as well, like so affordable housing that Camillus House can, and get, because that would definitely help,
for sure,
the population and our clients, a lot. So it's definitely something that is being, looked at and discussed and spoken about a lot, and to just enter into that field because it's needed.
I have a client who's building affordable housing. Now, when I say affordable housing, I mean affordable housing for people who are professionals, like firefighters, school teachers, whatever, who aren't making $200,000 a year, but they can afford a $400,000 townhouse.
Right.
But where do you find that anymore? Well, you have to go to Goulds in Florida City, and I'm sure that's, if you're looking at land, you're going south.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I don't know if there's anything further west unless we just cover the Everglades, and that would be disastrous.
Yeah, no, that's a whole other,
right.
That's a whole other conversation.
That's a whole other environmental issue, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a need in the community, and I think as partnerships are built and conversations are had with the right people, the solution is there somewhere, because I think the heart and the passion is there somewhere too.
And hopefully, they can build something near places of transportation, because that's the other thing. If you've got them way out in no man's land, if they don't have a way to get to and from work easily, so it almost has to be near a Metro Rail bus stops, that kind of thing.
True. As central as possible.
Yeah.
It helps be part of the solution. So again, it has to be like a holistic picture, and that's why it will require a lot of partners to make sure that the right conversation is had with the right solution.
State, county, city, everybody.
It takes a village.
It really does take a village to do that.
It's not just a saying.
Yeah,
it's
right.
actual truth. You can't do it alone.
Oh my gosh.
We wouldn't be able to do it alone.
I know. So you have a family?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
How big? You have. I saw your daughter.
So we have, yes. So I have 3 of my own and a stepchild who's 26. So I can't believe I call her a stepchild. But yeah. So I have 4.
Oh my goodness.
From 26 to 15.
Oh, so you still have high school too? You have one at?
I have one at Our Lady of Lourdes Academy.
At Lourdes, yes.
And then I have 2 at UCF, and then the oldest is a professional. She's a civil engineer and graduated from FIU.
Oh my goodness, that's great. Yeah. So UCF, what are they studying?
So one is studying engineering, mechanical engineering, and then the other one is studying business.
Okay, great business school.
Yeah.
I was telling you, my granddaughter graduated from there.
Yes.
And she's doing really well.
Yeah. No, I'm very happy with their selections and schools and their majors, and so.
Yeah. So where did you go to school?
I went to University of Miami.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yes. Yeah. And then I went to Miami Senior High.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What a beautiful building.
It is a beautiful building.
It's like my high school. I went to St. Pete High.
Oh, really?
And it's like old.
That historical
Spanish.
old, yeah.
Yeah, right. No, it's still such a marvel to see how they've maintained it.
Yeah, no, it's a gorgeous venue, and their auditorium, if you've ever been in it, is beautiful. It's one of those. Again, it's our town, right? A lot of our organizations here have been celebrating a lot of milestones. So in the last few years, we've had a lot of centennials.
Yeah. So yeah, so a lot of 100th anniversaries this year.
So we're proud to be the 65th. We'll get to the 100th eventually. But,
yeah, right. Well, Coral Gables just celebrated their 100th, and
did
the
too.
Women's Club did the year before, and the Miami Women's Club. Would you believe? I think it's 120, maybe 25 years.
Wow.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't remember. I just know that it was a lot more than we were celebrating it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we're a young town, but not. And
well, compared to Europe, we're nothing.
Exactly. So, but I think we're all organizations that have made it through thick and thin, right? And we're still here, and it says something about the narrative of this community that has supported these organizations. So we're very proud and we're very happy to be one of those organizations, and we're looking forward to continuing to be part of the solution.
Yeah. And I tell everybody, I said, you would not believe how supportive South Florida is of their nonprofits. It's pretty amazing. And I'm doing nonprofit, I'm doing fundraisers all the time, but people just they always amaze me, and I feel so blessed to be around a community that has so much love in their heart and passion. And I mean, Camillus House, come on.
Yes, yeah. Camillus House definitely, I think, is a solution for so many different things. And like I said, it's not just homelessness. I think we're part of the solution for a lot of different gaps, in this community. And it's
so who's on your board now? Who's your board chair now? And
Albert Molina is our board chair.
Yeah,
he's been at the helm now for a year as the chairman.
So you get a lot of new people right away, because you're only 7 months. You said?
Yes, So our CEO's been here for less than a year. He'll be as CEO for I think it's September 30th. But he used to work at Camillus House. He was here for like 7 years. God, I'm probably mistaken, but around that time he left to Catholic Charities in Sarasota and became their CEO. And then he came back.
Archdiocese keeps those people.
Yes. So then he came back last year. They brought him back, and and we, he's built his leadership team, and some are old, timers that have been there for 25 years. So it's wonderful to have those historians, right?
Oh yes.
And then you have, me that's been there 7 months. So it's
so you still got learning curve going on here.
Yes,
just to find out who all the players are.
Just a little bit of a learning curve. Thankfully, I grew up in South Florida, so that helps a lot. I mean, I know this town, I know this community, I know a lot of our partners and philanthropists, so that helps a lot. But who doesn't want to tell the story of Camillus House?
Yeah, really.
And I'm glad to just continue to learn more and more about it.
Well, your passion is obviously, so I'm sure you're going to be successful at this job.
Well, you know what? It's not a job.
Well, I know it's not. Yeah, you're right.
It's like it's awesome when it's not a job, and then it's awesome when you're surrounded by an amazing board that just is so passionate themselves, and some of them have been there for upwards of almost 30 years. I mean, Bob Dickinson is on our board.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, who doesn't?
He's been around forever.
He's been around forever, and he is a just the matriarch, like just such a passionate individual.
Yeah.
So we have board members that have been around supporting Camillus House for a very long time, and we're grateful and thankful for those relationships and those partnerships.
Well, our time is almost up. So parting words. What's the next thing coming up that you might want to plug? You have an event or something?
So I do want to say that if you should be going out for Miami Spice. Miami Spice launched, right? And thank you, GMCVB, and thank you, David Whitaker, who is on our board. They chose Camillus House to be their nonprofit of choice. So when you go to one of the participating restaurants, on your table should be information on Camillus House and a QR code. So please, please, please give and donate and support and learn a little bit more about Camillus House.
Oh, that's great.
For us, it's not just
about a great partnership, right?
It's an amazing partnership. So as you're enjoying a wonderful dinner with wine and hopefully family and friends.
Think about feeding someone else.
Think about feeding, those
or housing someone else. Yeah.
And learn a little bit more about Camillus, and shoot me an email, shoot me a text, and I will give you a tour and show you a little bit more. But
And
definitely, that's a wonderful partnership with GMCVB, and we're so grateful for that.
Yeah. Well, we're lucky to have them.
Yes.
Because it's tourist tax dollars.
They are amazing,
God bless
and
those.
we're grateful for this partnership.
Yeah.
To be able to tell the narrative of Camillus House.
So thank you, David.
Yes, thank you.
And thank you, Bob Dickinson.
Yes, no,
And
we thank all our
everybody
board
else.
members
Yeah,
and our
right.
leadership. We're
Yeah.
grateful for everything, and our gala, coming up in December. It's our big fundraiser, and it
And where
is
is it
going to be
gonna
our
be?
first party. It's at the Hotel Intercontinental
Oh, the one downtown. Miami.
downtown.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great place to have it.
It
Been
is,
to
and
a lot of
it's
them there.
800 of your closest friends. So come join us.
I know not many people can get, not many places can get that many people.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah.
Yeah, but definitely want to be part of that. It's an amazing event, and we will be celebrating our 65th anniversary.
Yes,
Like we will
okay.
be all year long.
Well, happy anniversary. And thank
Thank
you so
you.
much for coming, Karla.
Of course, thank you for
it's
having
it's
me.
just such a pleasure learning more about it and having you on the show. And till next time, thank you, South Florida PBS. Couple of days tomorrow, I've got Jenny coming, so
Nice.
tune in tomorrow for Jenny's show. And until next time, make a difference in your community and donate to Camillus House.
Yes, come and learn more.
There
Thank
you go.
you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. Grateful.